Hey everybody, this is TheBigJB from Morning Thunder. I am here in my studio. You can see my snowball mic there with my homemade pop filter. It's it's a little ghetto, but you do what you gotta. It's how you get by when you gotta get by. So I had an interesting experience recently where I realized that I had made a stupid decision. It was a really poor decision, and I think about that in terms of what other people have done in their lives and mistakes that they've made or that they think that they've made, and what the impact is on their life. Sometimes people make really, really stupid decisions, and sometimes people make decisions based on how they're feeling in the moment because it's an automatic reaction. I've done quite a bit of studying on kind of how the human brain works and why we make some of the decisions that we do, how we respond to different stimulus, that kind of thing. And one of the things that I've recognized for myself is that I know that when I am under a certain amount of stress, and even a certain kind of stress, that I make stupid decisions. And I make decisions that are sort of self-destructive. Now, I don't do drugs, and I don't get drunk or do excess of alcohol or anything like that. But I do have other things that I do, like practice avoidance. That's one of the things I talked about in my last video, is how sometimes I just avoid getting stuff done because of how I'm feeling. And so it's really interesting because I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about how I could talk about this on the video. And that, sometimes when we're stressed, sometimes when things are going on, we make decisions based on that, based on past experiences. And sometimes we start to react to things that are not really present. Sometimes we react to things based on what's happened in the past and doesn't have anything to do with today. But experience has taught us that things are going to play out a certain way. So it's not unreasonable to act that way. But sometimes I think what we need to do is we need to take a step back and go, okay, well, hold on just a second. Why do I feel this way? Why am I about to do this thing that I've said that I would never do again? Why am I about to do this? And obviously, if you're in the midst of that, if you're in the midst of being stressed, it's really hard to think logically and really hard to think rationally sometimes. But I think it's good in between those moments to be able to go, okay, what's the trigger here? What is going on for me that is leading me to feel this way? And then start doing something with it, doing something about it. Because the problem is, as I see it in our society, I've got to adjust my grip here, my hand is getting very tired. As I see it, our society makes decisions based on things that have happened to us, but we never really stop to ask why. We never really stop to analyze whether or not what we're doing is the right thing to do. And a lot of what we do is we stuff it and we don't deal with our problems. And that causes a lot of heartache. As a country, as a society, as a group of human beings, if we don't deal with our crap, this is going to pile up. And when there's a whole bunch of crap piled up, there's no room in the stable for the horses. No idea what that means. Enjoy it though. That's all I wanted to talk about today. Just be careful with your decisions. Be careful with your feelings. Don't stuff it. Don't just hide them away. Don't neglect things. Don't ignore things that need to get done. It's going to seem harder in the moment. It's going to seem harder right then when you have to deal with it. But in the long term, it's way, way easier to deal with your stuff than to push it off, because it will come back to haunt you. And it will be a pain in the butt to deal with down the road. And you don't want this stuff creeping up on you later in life. Better to deal with it now, get it out of the way, deal with it, and move on. That's it for me. This has been TheBigJB. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Follow me on Twitter at Voice of the BigJB. On Twitch at StreamTheBigJB. I'll see everybody tomorrow.